Okay, question 12, and then we're getting close to the end here. Again, we'll first go through, whenever I read a question, I don't really read it first. Let's change to green. Oh, no, I'm still here. Okay, yeah, we'll stay at blue. So I go through, again, just pick out the numbers, 10%, and that's a down payment, 44,000, 9.5% in 5 years. So 9.5, that's an annual interest rate. I pick out some of the words like making monthly payments. That's going to suggest to me, if I use any formula, that N is going to be 12 or 12 payments per year. The years is my time, so there's my T. And before I'm here, okay, the dealer requires 10,000 down on payment of 44. So 44,000 is the cost of the vehicle. I need to find the down payment, and then I need to find the down payment, how much the down payment is, the amount of the down payment, and then the amount of the auto loan. So once I get the down payment, I subtract it from the cost of the vehicle. That'll give me the auto loan, and then the calculation for the monthly payment. Again, on the monthly payment, I'll use the TVM solver on the calculator, and we'll also use the formula for those of you who want to see that. So where shall we start? Okay, so a 10% down payment is based on the loan amount, the sales price. So we've got 44,000. And we're going to multiply that by 10% or 0.10. Right? That's going to give us our down payment. So if powers of 10 is kind of nice, you just move the decimal. Since it's 0.10, it's going to move over 1. So that's $4,400 for our down payment. And we do it with the calculator as well. 4,400 times 0.1 gives us 440. So that's our answer for the amount of the down payment. Oh, so what did I do? I messed up there. 44,000. I was missing a zero. It's not right. 44, 1, 2, 3 times 0.1, 4,400. That sounds more like it. 4,400. Now while I'm at it, write that here. So the down payment is 4,400. We need to subtract that from the cost of the vehicle. So 44,000 minus 4,400. Now, since I've already got that in the calculator, if I just go ahead and subtract from here 44,000. Now, since I'm doing it sort of the backwards order, I'm going to get a negative number. If I ignore the negative, the amount will be correct. So it's 39,600 is the amount that we need to borrow. It's the amount of the loan. So we'll go ahead and just put that in there. 39,600. And we'll write it over here, although we're going to need some space, so we'll probably be getting rid of this anyway. 39,600 is the loan amount. Because that's what we need to borrow. We put this much cash down, take it away from the price. This is the amount that we're going to borrow. Okay. And now we just need to find the monthly payment. So I'm going to start with the TVM solver method. And so get this calculator out of the way. Let's turn on our TVM solver calculator. Turn it on. Remember, we go to apps, down 3 over a column. There's the apps, finance. Now some of you with the newer ones, you'll see there's other stuff below that. You're welcome to explore, but finance is still at the top. Hit enter, and TDM solver is what we want to do, so we hit enter again. This is what's left over from the last problem. We don't have to clear it out, but we just leave it as is. So remembering we're doing monthly payments for 5 years, so our N is going to be 12 times 5. Now if you do this regularly, you'll just remember 5 years of monthly payments is 60 payments. That's where that comes from. 9.5% annual interest rate. Remember we just entered that in as 9.5%. The present value, now be careful here, it's not the cost of the vehicle, it's the amount that we need to borrow. We've put a down payment, so we're only borrowing $39,600. Peanuts, right? Yeah, right. And we're going to see what our monthly payment is. Remember, I'm going to put a 0 there for now just to clear it out. Future value is always 0 on the loan because after you've paid off a loan, that's what's left, 0. The payments per year should be 12, which they are, so we're all good to go there. And all I have to do is arrow up to the payment. Remember, I want to solve, which is in green, so I hit the green button and then solve. Alpha, solve. And it gives me the monthly payment. Whoa, $831.67. So I'm going to enter that in. You won't see it, but so that you can see that's on the screen. And we just put in $831.67. Okay, so that's there now. I'm going to turn the calculator off. We'll continue doing this with the formulas, and you'll see that the formula will give us exactly this same answer. Okay, so I'm going to kind of get rid of all this writing for now. And recognizing here's the list of financial formulas, we want to calculate the monthly payment. So we got our formulas here. That's this formula here. We've done it before. So the monthly payment is the principal times this, all over that. So let's kind of move it over. And should we take shortcuts? I don't know. Let's go ahead and just write it down. And instead of M, I'm going to do payment. PMT. I think that's a better way to write it. Principal times R over 12. You'll see this so many times. All divided by 1 minus, parentheses, 1 plus R over 12, all raised to the negative 12, because it's monthly times T. Okay. I'm going to do that, and now we just fill in our stuff, fill in our numbers. So the payment, now remember this principal is the amount of the loan, that's the $39,600. And again, you'll see that plugging into formulas is really not all that different than plugging into a calculator like with the TDM solver or an app. It's just that we don't have to worry about order of operations and all this other stuff. I guess that is math stuff, but you know, the professionals, that's how they do it. Now, the rate, you want to be careful. This is the 10% is a down payment. It's not the interest rate. 9.5 is. So we want to enter in 0.095 all over 12, which is 12 months in a year. And then the bottom, there's this big fraction. It's 1 minus 1 plus R 0.095 over 12 raised to the negative 12 times 5 years. It's T. So let's go ahead and put it in the, you end up using a calculator anyway. I don't know anyone who could do that kind of stuff in their head. More power to them. I'm going to clear this out. And again, the ALEX calculator, which you have access to because you're taking an ALEX test, is just really cool for this. So we put in our 39,000, 600. And again, I thank you all for those who have been using this. You guys are the ones who taught me how to use this thing. I just watched you and said, man, that thing's cool. 0.95 divided by 12. Let's go like that. Oops, that didn't work. I saw someone do that too. I think you just hit like a delete key. Yeah, that worked. You click out here with your mouse, and then you can put that, and then it's kind of nice and big. And then since we want all of this up in the top, you take our mouse, we select that, and then just say divide. It's really cool. 1 minus, parentheses, 1 plus 0.095 divided by 12. That's right, we got to get up here. Then close the parentheses. Then we want an exponent, that's this x to the y, that's our exponent key. And up there we can put in negative 12 times 5. You could put in negative 60 if you'd like to, but it'll all do it. And watch this magic. Let's move this over because I want you to see. We should get 831.67. And again, I'm doing this live. I haven't checked it yet, but let's see, 831.67. It works every time. It still amazes me how we can use this formula and we can match what the calculators are doing. And this is real power. When you go to get a loan or invest, when you understand how to do these calculations, how to use the TVM solvers, it gives you power to not be guided by someone who's maybe doesn't have your best interest in mind. You're able to look out for yourself. Okay, enough said about that. 12 is done. Here's the answers. We'll check them later. But now we're ready for 13.